She didn't just betray me, she studied me, copied me, smiled in my face while trying to steal my husband. And the worst part, she thought I was too blind to notice. But I noticed everything, I just didn't react. Because sometimes the most powerful revenge is letting someone expose themselves. This is the story of how my own sister tried to destroy my marriage and how I let her embarrass herself instead. Part 1. The perfect sister ACT growing up. Everyone said we were inseparable. Me and Lily, 2 years apart. Same laugh. Same dark hair, same childhood bedroom secrets. But even as kids, there was something different about her. She didn't just want her own things, she wanted mine. If I liked a boy in school, suddenly she liked him too. If I bought a dress, she'd borrow it and wear it better. If I succeeded at something, she would somehow turn the attention back to herself. I used to think it was sibling rivalry until I got married. When I met Daniel, my life finally felt steady. He was calm where I was anxious, loyal where I had trust issues, protective without being controlling. He made me feel chosen, and that's when Lily started watching. At first, it was harmless, or so I thought. She complimented him often. "Oh, wow, you're so lucky. Daniel, you're too good for her. If I ever get married, I hope I find someone like you." I laughed it off. But Daniel didn't. He'd squeeze my hand under the table. And later he'd say quietly, "Your sister makes me uncomfortable." I defended her. "She's just playful." I wish I had listened. Part 2. The subtle sit started with small things. She'd text him directly, not in our group chat, him. "Hey, can you help me move something? Do you think this dress looks okay? Don't tell my sister I asked you this." That last message is when Daniel told me. He handed me his phone. I don't like secrets, and when I read the messages, I felt something crack inside me. They weren't inappropriate, not yet, but they were intentional, calculated, testing boundaries. And here's the thing about betrayal. It rarely explodes overnight. It creeps. It studies weaknesses. It waits. So I waited too. I didn't confront her. I watched. Part 3. The flirting becomes Obivia's family dinner. My parents' house. She wore red. Daniel's favorite color. Coincidence? Maybe. But then she sat next to him. Not across. Next to him. Her knee brushed his under the table. She laughed too loud at his jokes. Touched his arm when she spoke. And every time she did, she looked at me. Not him, me. Like she was checking if I noticed. I smiled because I did. After dinner, I asked Daniel in the car, "Am I imagining things?" He didn't hesitate. No, that one word hurt more than anything, because now it was real. Part 4. The realization a week later, she invited us to her apartment. But when we arrived, she said she forgot she had to run an errand, and left, leaving Daniel alone in her apartment. Except I hadn't gone inside. I stayed in the car, because I knew. 10 minutes later, Daniel walked out, angry. She tried to kiss me. Everything inside me went cold. Not broken, not shattered, cold. "What did you do?" I asked. I told her she was out of her mind. And in that moment, I realized 2 things. 1, my husband was loyal. 2, my sister was not going to stop, so I made a decision. I would not confront her, not yet. I would let her dig deeper, because people who think they're clever eventually get careless. Part 5. The palais and over the next month, I pretended everything was normal. I invited her over, complimented her, confided in her fake marriage dress. I told her Daniel and I had been arguing. I told her we were distant. I fed her exactly what she wanted to hear, and like clockwork, she escalated. Late night texts to him, "Are you happy? She doesn't appreciate you. You deserve someone who understands you." Daniel showed me everything, every message. We didn't fight, we didn't panic. We documented screenshots, dates, times, because if she wanted to play games, we would let her play publicly, Part 6. The family GETRNG, my parents' anniversary. Big dinner, extended family, cousins, friends, everyone there. Lily arrived looking confident, radiant, like she had already won something. Halfway through dinner, she stood to make a toast. To love, she said, and to people who settle when they deserve more. Her eyes locked on Daniel. Then me, and that was my cue. I stood up too. I'd like to add something. The room went quiet. I pulled out my phone, connected it to the TV, and displayed the screenshots, message after message, her words, her advances, her attempts to destroy my marriage. Gasps filled the room. My mother looked like she'd been slapped. My father stood up in shock, Lily's face drained of color. You went through his phone? She snapped. Daniel stood beside me. I gave it to her. Silence. Heavy, humiliating, unavoidable silence. You tried to kiss my husband? I said calmly. You texted him behind my back. You tried to convince him to leave me. She stuttered. It was a joke. No, Daniel said. It wasn't. And in that moment, she wasn't the confident predator anymore. She was exposed, and everyone saw it. Part 7. Soon as she left early. Didn't answer calls. Didn't come to the next family event. Word spread. Not because I gossiped, but because truth travels faster than lies. My parents were devastated. Not at me, at her. And here is what people don't talk about with betrayal. It doesn't just hurt the victim. It reshapes the entire family. Months passed. She reached out once. A long message about loneliness, jealousy, feeling invisible next to me her whole life. And for the first time, I understood something. This was never about Daniel. It was about competition, about her needing to win. And when she couldn't win on her own, she tried to steal. But here's what she underestimated. My marriage wasn't fragile, and my husband wasn't weak. Part 8. The eye of terror made Daniel and I grow stronger. We communicated more. We set boundaries. And most importantly, we became a team. Betrayal can destroy a marriage, or it can reveal its strength. That depends on loyalty and transparency. As for Lily, she moved away. New city, new job, new social circle. But reputation has a way of following people because patterns repeat, and people who chase what isn't theirs eventually lose what they do have. Final message, powerful closing. The deepest betrayal isn't from strangers. It's from the people who grew up in the same house as you, who shared your childhood, who knew your insecurities, and still chose to hurt you. But here's what I learned. Revenge doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be cruel. Sometimes it's just the truth, displayed at the right moment, in front of the right people, and letting someone embarrass themselves with their own choices. If this story taught me anything, it's this. Protect your marriage, trust your instincts, and never underestimate quiet observation, because the most dangerous person in the room is the one who sees everything and says nothing until it's time.